So I'm going to show you today how to draw this smelter plot here. It is a 30 by 30 smelter plot with an interstellar logistics station in the middle. It takes one input, one output, and supports 66 smelters. So where do we put this thing? It belongs in the first fault line down here. This is the second fault line here, and there's a line that goes straight through. It's going to be on this line right in the middle. If you have logistics stations down here, it's every other logistics station. Otherwise, just follow the line. The smelters go on the outside, so it can be helpful when you're drawing the belts to have a guide smelter here and here along that line, and this one goes right in the middle. And get a gap there, and like that. So then we're going to take a line from the middle of one side logistics station, bring it down. It's always going to be 2 past the major good line. So 2 past, 2 past, 2 past. Didn't go far enough. 2 past. And that's why the smelters help. They really get you can lose your sense of how big this thing is. There you go. All right, so that is going to be your main feed leap, and we're just going to draw all these lines into it. Well, this is kind of nice from a future perspective, is if one of these lines break, pretty much all your smelters can still be fed. So that's kind of a little bit of redundancy of why you have these all going into one loop like that. All right, so now let's start placing smelters. Oh well, let's do the output lines first. So we're going to start here, and we're going to move one space over it and leave this one open. We're going to put a power pole in that space on 2 of the sides, and it's just easier to never put anything there, and we don't need it. So it saves you one belt, one precious, precious belt. Alright. So there's how that works. Alright, along the outside, this is pretty simple. There, there, there. And we're going to do 4. Alright, so that's the outside ring. The inside ring is a little tricky, but it's a pretty easy pattern. So you start right here in this corner and go 1, 2, space 3. And then it goes up here and fill like that. 1, 2, space 3. Alright, and once you're done with this, you have all your smelters down. Now we have 4 more lines to draw. At this point, it might be worth actually choosing your output lines. I generally don't like to do it when I do the first original belt loop because I can, as you saw, I sort of can mess that up a bit. So I end up with a lot of resources. But at this point, I would choose the output, and you go right here. This is going to feed that smelter. And this is the output for that middle smelter. Alright, and now let's do power poles. So like I said, we're going to put one here. This is going to go on the bottom and top. Over here on the sides, we want to place it right here. And that is to provide power to this gap here. So just tuck these into the corner. And then we need some center ones. Okay. So now everything should be covered. Some of them covered twice. Again, I like redundancy. You obviously can choose your recipe. You should probably copy it with a recipe, but I'm trying to do something generic just for demonstration purposes here. So I'm not going to do all the sorters, but I'm going to show you off some of the more tricky ones. Specifically right here. So this is, again, the outside one's my input line. So input to output. Sometimes it comes in over there. Let's see if that happens. Well, this guy. See, it won't let me pick that one. So just cut the line and redraw it. In the corner, you're going to probably have to do something too. So this is my output line. So this has got to go here. You'll really have to make sure this goes in the right place. Otherwise, this one will break. So that has to go there. And that has to go there. And then you can just do inputs. And the rest of these are pretty straightforward. Like I said, this is the input. That's the output. For this guy, other than that, it's just basically interleaving the sorters amongst these two. And I'm not going to bother doing that because it will double or triple the length of this video. It takes a while to get all the sorters. Alright, well, that is my plot. You can kind of see it. And I hope this is helpful for you.